Hi there. Welcome back to Ask Amy. I have a question today from Kimberly. Kimberly says, I feel completely lost. I struggle my way through the day with so much anxious thinking. I search and search to find peace. All the while, I listen to my mind, podcasts, videos, and so on throughout the day. I wonder if you've ever made an Ask Amy video about this constant search. It's like I'm afraid to stop, and I'm afraid to not stop. I feel so hopeless. Sometimes I feel like I'm going nuts. So thank you, Kimberly, for sending that. And I don't know, I think I have done a video, but it's been a long time on this. But it's coming up a lot lately. It's not just you, as you know, it's not ever just you. Um, but it does feel like, I don't know, I feel like I'm hearing this kind of theme a lot lately about searching and having a sense that the search is not helpful. Like the search kind of taking on a life of its own and sort of becoming the source of suffering when the search is something that's done in our best attempt to alleviate suffering. I think it's really interesting to see that, and I hope I can't control how this sounds, but I hope it doesn't sound hopeless. I hope this is something that gives some sense of freedom to anyone who's in this situation where they feel like they're constantly searching, which is that never, ever are we going to find what we're searching for. And I say it that way because what we're searching for, what we think we're searching for, is not at all what we're really searching for. Like, we all know we want to feel more like ourselves. We want to be at peace in our lives. You know, we know that a quieter mind or a mind that we're less hooked into is possible. That looks like it's what we're searching for, and in some degree it is, to some extent it is. Yet, think about that for a minute. If what we're wanting is quiet, relaxation, what's natural to us, what's innate, what's there already, it just doesn't make any sense that in order to find that, we get really, really busy and run really, really fast, and we never let our mind even slow down. Everything we're looking for is here right now. Literally every single thing is this. It's this. This is what we're looking for. And I know when we're suffering that can feel horrible, but if that's the case for you, this isn't what we're looking for. This is like your version of this in this moment. My version of this in this moment is thought, right? It's what's showing up for us, and that's not what we're looking for, perhaps, but truly, it's like when we slow down, we come back. And yet, we all know this intellectually, yet we tend to have times in our lives when we're running around speeding up, chasing something that just by virtue of the chase, we're moving in the wrong direction. Just by virtue of the search, just on the search, we're heading away from it because it's this. It's it's too close to run to. It's too close to run to. And I say this knowing that you know this, Kimberly, knowing that many, many other people who are searching know this on some level. Yet I think we all need this reminder at times. You know, we do. We just try to look for something, and we're so convinced in our thinking that we'll get there, we'll find it, we'll hear it in what someone else says or what we read or what we see. And and I think what happens there is we have had moments, all of us have had moments of listening to a video like this, reading a book, hearing some spiritual teacher, watching them do some meditation with someone, and you feel this wave of peace. You feel home, and of course, our brain says that did it. I need more of that. That did it, and that can't do it. All that can ever possibly do, if it's halfway decent, is point us back toward us. And when we feel like ourselves, when we feel that peace or that expansion where we're less hooked into thought, thought didn't do that. Somebody else's thoughts, somebody else's words, even someone else's presence didn't make that happen for us. It happens within us. It is our nature. It is our nature. It's just us feeling a second of okayness, and then instantly a brain comes in and pins it on something else. And it does that because it wants a formula. Of course it knows we're going to feel all kinds of stuff. I mean, I don't know if it knows, but our brain, like on some level, it's like, okay, I'm going to feel bad again at some point, and so our brain's always looking for what worked before, and what's the formula, and what can I go back to next time if I need it. And so in its search for that, it's wrong. It makes stuff up. It's inaccurate, about what it attributes as the cause of things. When we can really see, and I don't know how to express this in words, this is not going to come out well in words, but truly, this, this seamless flow of experience, us as the experience of life, not us as a little separate person who wants things to go our way and wants to feel a certain way. We all feel that too. It's okay. It's natural, human. But this, like, as the experience of life, it's closer than any search will have us looking. Again, the minute our mind starts searching, it's making up a formula that we will never, ever, ever have satisfied. It can't be satisfied. So it's this seamless flow, and I know for myself, I can sort of again feel like, okay, I am the seamless flow of everything. And then a mind will come in and say, well, that doesn't feel that great. And then there goes the search. But you want to see that. See, when you see that that's what's going on. So, Kimberly, when you are in this space where you know you are the experience of life, that is what you are. There's no place to get. I mean, you are all of this. And then your mind comes in and says, yeah, but I still feel horrible. Or, yeah, but knowing that is supposed to make me feel a certain way. That's the thing to see. What if we're wrong about that? And not even so much that we're wrong, but that's just a thought taking us back away from this. There's nowhere to get because we aren't anywhere. We're never separated from who and what we are. We're never separated from peace and love and connection and oneness. It's not possible. It's literally impossible. What happens is we get caught up in an illusion. We get identified with thought that says, I'm not there. I need to be somewhere else. I need to get myself somewhere. But the thing about thought is it can't possibly be in this. So of course it would say that. Thought isn't present ever. Ever, by virtue of like just language, thought itself, it is not. I mean, it's present in that it's showing up in the now, which is the only time there is, but its nature is backward forward, right? Its nature is that, even if it's like a second ago or a second from now, that's just the nature of a mind, of how thought shows up. So its only trick to try to help us, its only strategy to try to help us, is to either take us back somewhere or get us to somewhere. That conversation will always, always be happening. Now, your mind might fall quiet of that, but I'm just saying, like, for all intents and purposes, let's just assume to some degree, as long as you're a human being with a brain, that conversation is going to be happening. What you need to see, Kimberly, what we all can see, is that that has nothing to do with peace. It's a promise for peace. It's a search for peace, as you know, has nothing to do with peace. Peace literally cannot come from that search. It's like two separate things. It's like losing your keys in the kitchen and finding them in the car. It's not going to happen. So peace cannot come from that search, and that search may be running a lot, forever. Who knows? We get to be good at seeing, okay, that's just a mental search. That's just what a mind does. That has nothing to do with me, nothing to do with peace. Peace is a foregone conclusion. I mean, it's here now. It's never anywhere. It's just whether we're getting caught up in the search or not. So again, I know that feels tough when we're suffering and we've listened to things in the past and things have lightened up, but see that as the way your mind tries to say, that did it. Therefore, you need to search more for things like that. All that ever happened in that moment of peace that you felt any time in the past is that your mind felt quiet and the search stopped. It never, ever, ever happened from more of a search. It happened when the search stopped. Thank you, Kimberly, for sending this question. Again, I really want to take time with it and speak to it in a way that hopefully many people can hear, because it's not just your question. It's a lot of, to all of our question at some point. Um, and the news is better than it may seem. And we will never find what we're searching for, which is perhaps the permission you've been looking for to stop the search. All the search is just looking in a wrong direction. It's losing your keys in the kitchen and trying to find them in the car. So thank you so much for sending your question. Thanks everyone for listening. And I'll see you back here next week. Bye everyone.